Hello, hello, everyone. Stephanie Zima here, talking to you today uh, about what are we talking about? Hang on one second. Hold on, please. What are we talking about? I think one reason entrepreneurs lose themselves because of this. Okay, let me get live video on here real quick for Instagram. Okay, never mind. That does not work. So, what's important to me is that I'm going to talk to you guys about this one thing that happened to me so early on. And I know that many of you are struggling with that because I talk to many of you, and that is one of the things that comes up all the time. So, when you start your business, you are starting to look at the other people, your leaders in your company. They have trainings, everybody's sharing their stories, everyone is telling you how and what and yada, 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 all the things, right? So, what you then do is you start comparing yourself with those people. So I think one reason why entrepreneurs lose themselves is because you're constantly being told who successful people are supposed to be. Right? Your focus is always on this diamond and this emerald and this tier one on whatever your company is structured as your top earner, right? You're looking at these top earners and you're trying to do exactly like they are doing, and then here are you trying to survive in your life, and it's just not happening for you. Now, you are going to try to wake up earlier. You're going to try to post more. You're going to try to niche down. You're going to take all that advice in and you're going to be vulnerable, but don't overshare anything, right? So you have to sell harder. You have to do all these different things. So they say. But what they're not telling you, and that is the reason why you're not successful if you ask me, the nervous system mentor, right? Why you are not able to stay in movement, in momentum, in action, because I know so many of you are telling me, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm all just so fine." You are not fine. Otherwise, you would be on the top of the company. Otherwise, you would be recruiting 3 to 5 to 10 people every single day. And if you are, then congrats to you. But 85, 90% of people are not. And the reason why they're not is because they're trying to be somebody else. They're trying to do what other people say they should be doing without becoming the person that can actually do those things, first of all, but also becoming the person that wants to do those things, because maybe you don't want to be that. And here you are trying to find all these reasons how to get your family to be on board with you, how to have them be nicer to you and not so much hating. Well, I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. They're going to look at you and they say, well, wait a minute, why are you acting like this out of the sudden? Of course, now they're coming out and say you are in the cult because you're just trying to do something else. But you're not in a cult. Network marketing is an actual industry that helps a lot of people. It helped me to become the professional that I am right now, the six-figure income earner that I am right now. And that is something that you should also pursue, because within network marketing, there is nothing better that helps you to become a professional while you're still being home with your kiddos, for example, or while you are having a full-time job, or while you're doing other things. You really, really need to understand that network marketing is not the problem. The problem is that you're trying to be somebody that you're not. You're trying to be emulating the success model. Well, the success model is them. Hi, Angie. The success model is them. The success model needs to be you. And when you are you, while you're working a business, you are going to be able to be liked. You're not going to be able to, have all this rejection that you're fearing. So how are you going to get there? Okay, first of all, what you need to do is you do not ask, what does she do? Meaning putting yourself into this comparison mode that many women are struggling with, right? Stop that. Stop comparing other women with you, because You don't know, are they real? Are they not real? Is there a filter on it? Is there not a filter on it? Does she, act like this all the time? Or is she just acting like this for videos? Like you just don't know. You just never know. Okay. So stop comparing yourself with others and really just focus inward. Focus inward and think and start asking what actually matters to me. Take your product that you're selling, look at it and ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Why did I buy this product? What do I get out of this product? Okay, now here you have your marketing already, right? You talk about your experiences to the point that you're talking about this helped me because, not this will help you, right? I see this all the time. Everybody plasters their product all over the place. Everybody says this is the best this, the best this. You know what your audience does? Your audience actually tunes you out. They scroll by you because we have heard 50,000 times that Shackley is supposed to be X, Y, and Z, and that Plexus is X, Y, and Z, and that Modere is no longer there. We have heard this 50,000 times from everybody. So, you can't have authentic conversations anymore with anyone on the internet because there's always going to be the bait and switch. There's always going to be the hidden question. There's always going stop it. It's annoying and it's also very, very exhausting. Okay, very exhausting. So what you need to do instead is you need to be you. You need to share your experience because you know what? I want to know from the woman that uses XYZ product why she likes it because maybe I'll like it too, right? We need to know X, Y, and Z relationships with X, Y, and Z so we can possibly decide if we want to be part of that group as well. Just try to be honest with yourselves. And how do you get there? By figuring out what matters for me. Why did I like to do it? What is the benefit that I get? And then share that with others. So pick 3 to 5 values that you have. Okay, so for me, it's always honesty, excellence, and what respect, right? Respect. So those are my 3 core values that I go with. So when I'm honest, I always look at myself. That's why I overshare a lot, to be honest with you, because I want to be honest, right? I overshare a lot because of that. It's my value of honesty. But honestly, honestly, right? Get that? I rather overshare than have somebody feel like they're not getting to know all me. Okay, that's me. I'd rather want everybody to know me, who I am, what I stand for, with my flaws, with my benefits, with all the things. I'd rather have the person that does business with me know exactly who they're going to get. Secondly, respect, right? I want to respect my boundaries, my time, my things, but I also want to respect the customer's decision. So as I sell something, if they say no and that's not for them, then that's for them. Okay, that's their decision. Maybe they want to come back a bit later. So my marketing and my sales process looks unique to me. It's, of course, you have your lead generation, you have your recruiting, you have all the stuff, but it's still filtered through a lens of me because I don't like manipulating people. I don't like to go back and forth and this and that and try to figure out how to make somebody buy certain things from me. I'd like to share why it worked for me, what my story is, how I feel I can help people, and then I let my prospects decide, is this woman going to be able to help me or is she not? And if they say no, I might come back and try to go over a few objections, but that's just to help them. That's not to manipulate them because I don't believe, and here comes back into this honesty, I don't believe that you are going to be a good customer to me if you don't like my style or if you are not feeling like that. Now, excellence is the third one of my values. You have to pick your own, but excellence is the third one of mine because I want to try, emphasis on try. I'm not perfect. I'm human, right? I want to try to do everything with the utmost excellence. So when I have a coaching session, I want to be there fully, right? I want to be paying attention fully. If I do a certain other task, I want to be there fully present. I want to be living a life where I get to sit on the couch and instead of scrolling and like trying to like in my mind have all these things going on, no, I want to be present on the couch watching the movie or the show. And That's what I stand for and that's what I teach. And what I want you to do now is, instead of trying to be someone else, be yourself, pick your values, and then see how they will fit into the thing you're selling, how it fits into your marketing, how it fits into your customer service, how it fits into your duplication, on how you train your team. How do these values come about in your day-to-day business, okay? And that's gonna help you a lot, because when you feel authentic, when you feel good about the things you do, what happens is you're actually wanting to do it, and you're gonna do it every day, and you're not going to put your nervous system in fight, flight, or freeze mode, which is when you scroll, or your brain tabs are all open, and all this stuff. It's because you're in survival mode. But if you become authentic with yourself, now you're feeling okay about it. Your system calms down. Your nervous system stops sending alarm signals to you, and you're able to stay into momentum, which then in turn gives you enough evidence. Your brain will collect evidence that you can actually do it. So that means your belief is going to get strengthened. And when your belief is strong, you are going to stay in action and you are going to get results. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The problem most people have is because they're putting themselves in these comparison modes and shame cycles and all these deep emotions that I like to talk about in my mentorship community. All these shame cycles and stuff is what triggers your nervous system. And when you are in fight, flight, or freeze mode, there's no action happening. So then when you have no action, of course, your brain is basically proving to him or herself that you can't do it. When you step into authenticity and you become clear about who you are, how you want to show up, how you want to sell, instead of having this comparison mode, you are going to calm your nervous system, you're going to stay in action, and you're going to prove to yourself that you can do it. All right, I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know your takeaways in the comments. I'd love that. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.